What would it be like to live only on yellow sticker bargains for 1 week? I'm about to find out. Hello, I'm Rosie Blythe. I'm the author of the Princess Guide to Life book series. And on this channel, we talk about everything from spirituality to books to finances. And today we are beginning a week of yellow sticker shopping. So I thought it'd be fun to just see how I get on eating nothing but yellow sticker bargains for 1 week, to see if I can do it and how it pans out in terms of nutrition and price and enjoyment. So here we go. So I've decided to shop at Tesco, partly because I'm moored right next to one at the moment. So I was like, this is as good a time as any to do this experiment, and then I can try out different times of day for the shopping as well, and I will report back. One more thing I forgot to mention, that I'm vegetarian, so I will be looking for vegetarian options, but don't let that put you off, because the yellow sticker shelf I find is normally full of meat and fish, so go fill your boots. So here's the lovely array of food I got today. It involved 2 shopping trips. I got most of it at lunchtime, but I couldn't find anything breakfasty, so I decided to swing by again in the evening. Still couldn't really find anything, so I ended up getting cereal, but I did find yellow sticker milk. And I also got some orange squash, because for once I remembered to check the dry goods aisle. I normally only kind of think to go to the chilled cabinet and the bakery, so that was a little bonus. And by orange squash, I do of course mean the orange juice cordial drink that you see, not a random vegetable that isn't there. This is probably a good time for me as well to mention that I don't have any connection with Tesco. I just shop there. And today's total was £10.87. It would have been £17.60, so we have a saving of £6.73. So I'm pretty pleased with my first day shopping. I'm pleasantly surprised that I found milk, because I don't often see that on the yellow sticker shelf. I guess it's one of those high turnover products that lots of people buy every day, so it doesn't tend to get left behind. And the squash, it just shows you should always check the dry goods shelf for yellow stickers if your local supermarket has one. Not all of them seem to, so yeah, it's definitely worth checking. I don't know why squash would need to be there. It's not something I think of as a perishable good, but I guess sometimes they just need to empty out their stock. I'm slightly disappointed I didn't get anything for breakfast, because I was hoping, or I was expecting really, to get something like baked goods like croissants or fruit and yogurt. But yeah, I just couldn't find anything, so I cheated and I got cereal. But to be fair, I mean, it's such a reasonably priced cereal, I'm not sure that I would have found anything on any yellow sticker shelf that would have been the same kind of price or cheaper. So it's not bad as far as bargains go. So I think the received wisdom about yellow sticker bargains is to go at sort of 5 o'clock onwards. But I actually find that's when most of the bargains have already been taken. So I generally do my shopping around lunchtime, because that's when I walk the dog, so I'm likely to pop into the supermarket at the same time. And I would say the yellow sticker shelves are always pretty full at that point. So they obviously put them out at some point around then. But I think it varies from different supermarkets. I've certainly been in the supermarket when I've seen the person come out with a load of stuff, and all the like die-hard bargain hunters are like ready, gathered like vultures. So yeah, but I think it must be that they kind of top up that shelf throughout the day. But definitely I would say in the evening, that's too late. So if you can go shopping in the day, and I know obviously that's not going to be possible for a lot of people if you work 9 to 5, but if you have any kind of flexibility in your day, if you can get to a shop at lunchtime, if you can pop out from the office, and even like have like a cooler bag in your office or something so you could save things, I would definitely do that, because you can get some really good bargains that way, and it's fun to find the bargains, isn't it? I think a lot of people, when I mention my love of yellow sticker shopping, they're like, I love it too. It's like that kind of, you just don't know what you're going to get. So I have been shopping again today, and I think I've got a pretty good array of ingredients to combine into an interesting meal. We'll give that a go. The total was £9.37 and it would have been £15.65, so I've actually saved £6.28. So day one is done. It's been good. It's been like good healthy food. I feel like I could have done with a little bit more maybe, but that's fine. So just in case you're wondering, I do drink more than just the squash that I'm putting in these videos. I do have water throughout the day, just in case you're concerned about my dehydration levels. And I've got the shopping for tomorrow, so we'll see how the rest of the week pans out. So I'm pleased with today. It kind of forced me to get a bit more creative than I normally would. I think generally I would look at the yellow sticker shelf and then I would be like, oh, there's a couple of things there, but I need to buy other stuff to make it a meal. But today, because I didn't have that option, I had the commitment that it was only going to be yellow stickers. It kind of made me go, okay, I can make this work. Yeah, I can make a meal out of this. And I ended up making something that I probably would never have made otherwise, and it was really good. So thank you, Yellow Sticker Week Challenge. So I've had the same meal twice, and I'll have it again for lunch tomorrow. And I guess that would be a bit boring for some people. I don't really care, like if it's good, it's good, you know. But that is the nature of yellow sticker stuff. If you have a lot of freezer space, you definitely have a huge advantage. I do not have freezer space. I've got a tiny freezer. I only really use it in the summer because of solar panels, battery, boat stuff. But if you do have a freezer that you can store a lot of things in, I'm not saying you should clear the shelves and leave nothing for anyone else, because that would be mean. But let's say you've already got your meal sorted for the next few days and then you see some yellow sticker bargains, you can just grab them and make the most of that freezer space. And that way, if you do this, where you make a big batch of something, you won't have to have it for every meal like I do. So yeah, think about your freezer space is what I'm saying. So just a quick note on today's shopping, which is mostly junk food with a little bit of fruit. I found the corn cob in the general vegetable section. It wasn't in the bargain bin. So it's always worth checking. If you can't find anything on the yellow sticker shelf, just have a look in whatever area you're looking for, and you may find stuff that has been marked down and it's just been shoved back in its usual place. And the total today was only £5.18. It would have been £12.79. So we have saved £7.61. So I'm afraid today's dinner was not the healthiest. Chicken and chips or fake chicken. And obviously all of the kind of meat substitutes are processed. I don't know if that makes them necessarily healthier or unhealthier than the meat. That's up for debate, I guess. Really, like unprocessed meat is probably, depending on the source, is probably healthier. But I'm not going to eat that, so I have the pretend chicken. So chicken and chips. I did kind of feel the lack of greens on the plate with the chicken and chips. I got the corn on the cob, so there was a vegetable, but it was probably not the healthiest meal. But hey, sometimes we just have to have these things, don't we? So I did cheat. I used some ketchup from my cupboard. And actually, I forgot to say the other day when I was cooking the pretend beef, I did use some oil. So I'm cheating all these kitchen cupboard staples, but I guess most people would have those things in their cupboard. But yeah, wasn't strictly yellow sticker. I went out looking for breakfast and I found it. I've spent £1.20 on 3 lots of croissants. They would have been £4.80, so that's a saving of £3.60. I also got toothpaste, so I've just blocked that out on the receipt. So I did not have the healthiest meals. Again, I had pretend meat for both meals today. I had the pretend chicken and chips for the dinner, and at lunch I had these wraps with pretend duck in them, and they were delicious. One pack was not enough. I was like, oh yeah, that'll do. That's a lunch, but no. And I guess they do tend to come with these like set lunches of like get a sandwich or wrap, piece of fruit or a packet of crisps or whatever. So yeah, I guess just one little pack on its own wasn't very much. But yes, I've eaten quite well today. Not healthily, but well. So I got lucky with my shopping today because I was a little bit concerned. I was like, okay, the milk is running out. It has run out now. Because I've been having, cups of tea as well as cereal, and I don't always video every single thing I do. So I was thinking, what am I going to do for cereal tomorrow? I really don't want to have cereal and water. I used to work with a girl who had that, and I was always like, oh, what are you doing? But yes, so I got lucky. So going later in the day, you do get the baked goods coming out. Generally, I think the earliest I've seen it has been like 2 or 3 o'clock. And this is probably what people are talking about when they say, oh, go in the evening for the early sticker bargains. The bakery, that seems to be when they do sell everything off. But yeah, so I've got enough croissants for the next few days so I can complete the week without worrying about my breakfasts. So yeah, I was really fortunate. I dread to think what the calorie intake is going to be. So again, not the healthiest option, but it's fun. And it's like 3 days. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a weekend. That's fun breakfast time. It's fine to have croissants 3 days a week. So I went a little bit earlier today, around 11:30, and I got a pretty good haul. As you can see, I got my lunch and my dinner today. I got a nice lot of ingredients, which I guess is as close as you can get to cooking from scratch with yellow sticker ingredients. And I also randomly found a deodorant in this kind of strange little end of the aisle trolley with random yellow sticker stuff on it. So it's always worth having a little search around. And obviously I'm not going to eat the deodorant, but I'm including it so that you can see. So again, we have 2 receipts because on one of my later jaunts at around 5 o'clock when I went to check out what was there, I found this vegan pot, which I realised would be perfect to go with all the other ingredients. So we have a total of £11.39. It would have been £18.80, so we've got a saving of £7.41. So today ended up being fairly balanced. I had very delicious self-indulgent croissants for breakfast. It was so worth it. But then I had a salad for lunch and vegetables for dinner, so it's all about moderation, isn't it? So I'm afraid I have mislaid the receipt for today, but you can see the labels pretty clearly. So we have a total of £6.13. It would have been £8.85, so we've saved £2.72. The risotto was delicious. I have had that one before. I didn't realise though that the one I got today, you're supposed to have it with a side. I was like, that's why I was still a little bit hungry. But it was okay because I had the fruit as well, so that kind of worked out. So we're kind of winding down now for the week, day 6. So I haven't bought very much and we just need to finish tomorrow and then we're done. So there were a couple of days when I kept popping into Tesco at various points during the day just to kind of see what was going on with the yellow sticker shelves, and then I never ended up using that footage. So while we gaze upon the ambient site of these various aisles of Tesco, I'll update you on the totals. So I spent £44.14. That does include 75p on a deodorant. So that kind of seems slightly expensive, but the original cost would have been £78.49. So that's a saving of £34.35, which I think is not bad. So it's the end of the week. I think it's gone really well. I've been really lucky with some of the things I've managed to find. I've never gone short of a meal. Sometimes there hasn't been quite enough, but there've always been snacks and desserts to kind of fill the gap. I do like to indulge in a dessert, so I've done that this week. I guess some people wouldn't consider that like a necessary part of the meal, but I do, so so that's what we've done. I think the only downside of yellow sticker shopping, apart from the scrum when everyone's like trying to get to it, there's always someone who like stands there and then has their trolley like blocking the rest of it. It's so selfish. Anyway, so I would say the only other downside is sometimes you might think that you're getting a bargain because something's been heavily discounted, but if you think about the actual price, it's some like designer brand name. And even if it's half price or less, it's still kind of more expensive than the other, you know, lasagna or vegetable pie or whatever it is that you're buying. So you kind of have to like, don't get like, oh, it's a bargain, because sometimes it isn't. And the other thing is sometimes you will get addicted to that expensive brand and keep needing to buy it even when it's not discounted. I have done that before. I think yellow sticker shopping is like a creative challenge. It's fun to try and see what you can make. Can I make a meal out of these things? Yes, I can. So I have noticed since I really started yellow sticker shopping that I don't cook from scratch quite as much, and I guess you're probably never going to really get the staples like onions or potatoes or carrots. I guess a lot of it is like pre-packaged salads or meals, so it's less about the cooking from ingredients, but it is useful for convenience. You know, it's not necessarily been the healthiest, but it hasn't been the unhealthiest either. And I think anything that's on the yellow sticker shelf, at least it's not like the junkiest of junk food, because that lasts forever. So at least if you're buying like fresh food, there's that. That's what I tell myself anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me complete my yellow sticker challenge. If you have any other challenges you'd like to see me do, please let me know. And thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you for liking the video, and thank you for subscribing to the channel, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.